Hello viewers, thanks for watching. We are doing our lesson on Flexbox and will be lesson number 2 on Flexbox, and in this lesson we're gonna discuss about justify content and align items. So let's do some coding practice. In our last lesson number 1, we created our HTML file. We put the name display.html, and also we created our CSS file. That one name is display.css, and also we linked them together. In HTML file we created our main container div with the class name container, and we put all items inside this main container. So this div with the container class name, this one is the parent container, and the other divs, those are inside that main container, and those are the children container. Let's work with this same container. So go to the CSS file, main div with the class name container. So we put the class name dot container, and inside the curly braces we put the height of the container 600 pixel. Background color is blue. So this blue area is the main container, and we put some border 3 pixel solid green, and also we put the items 30 pixel with 30 pixel height and background color aquamarine. Let's put display. Previously we already learned about display flags. When you put display flags, then it will start from the left and it is based on horizontal. So horizontal means with the x-axis from left to right, there is the main axis. So we're gonna work with the justify content as well, horizontal alignment. So it aligns with the main axis from left to right. So if you put justify content under this justify content, you put flex start, save it, see, nothing changed. It is as it was before, because flex start is default. Even if you don't put anything, it will start from the beginning of the container horizontally from left to right, and it will take the amount of space need for all of these items. So if you put flex end, what happens? Save it. So it will move to the right and go horizontally up to end of the container. If all of the items cannot take the full amount of width, then there will be gap on the left side, because we said flex end. So it just push to the end. Remove it. If we say space between, then what happens? Save it. There will be equal space in between the boxes, but first item and last item will stay on the edge of the box. So first one start from the beginning of the edge, left edge, and the last item stays on the right edge. If you say space around, what happens? Save it. When you say space around, then it will give equal space around the boxes. So left side of the box there is space, also right side of the box there is space, and for the next one as well, left side of the box there is space, the right side of the box there is space. But the thing is, for the first one, the left side space looking less than the right side, because there are space for both of these boxes. For A there is some space, for B as well there is some space. So there are two space together. That's why this space is double than this left side of A. So at the end as well, the single space. That's why that one is look thinner. If you say space evenly, then what happens? Save it. When you say space evenly, that time what will happen? Left side and right side will be the same amount of space for all of these boxes. Left or right will be the same amount of space. Justifies content, if you say center, what happen? Save it. When you say justify content center, that time all of these boxes will stay together on the center of the main axis. On the horizontal axis, the item will stay on the center together. That's all for the justify content. But the thing is, by default, flex direction is row, so main axis. If you change the direction, how it will work? Flex direction by default is row. Now we're gonna put column. Just save it, check it. So now vertically on the center of the main container. Also, you want to check it with the flex start. Save it. It will start from the top to bottom up to the amount of space need for all of this item. So if you put end, flex end, save it, it will go up to end of the box, and on top there will be gap if there is not enough items to complete the vertical space. Just remove this one direction. Save it. Now let's do some exercise on align items. By default, align items are vertical alignment. Vertical alignment means is with the cross axis from top to bottom. It's like y-axis from top to bottom. So let's see how it works. Justify content, this one, just remove it. Align items, say flex start. Save it. Start from the top. So the thing is, these align items, these are working with the vertical alignment. When we work with the justify content, it was working on the main axis from left to right. But now we are working with the align items. It will work from top to bottom, y-axis. So if you put flex end, save it. So it will go at the bottom of the container. If you say stretch, save it, it will go back to the top of the container. It looks like start, but the thing is like stretch means it will stretch from top to bottom, but it's not stretching. The problem is we put the specific height and width for the items. So if you remove the height, if you make it disable, save it, see the item container just stretch and took all space from top to bottom. But if you put the specific height, it will not stretch. Just activate, save it, let's go back to there. If you put on align item center, save it, so it will go back to the center of the container. Do baseline, save it. If you do baseline, go back to the top of the container, similar to the flex start. If we want, we can put them in separate places. If we put a specific height for any single item, how it works, like maybe for age, let's put another class name hb, save it and go to the css file .hb for that specific age. Maybe background color red and height maybe 40 pixel, save it. So this one is bigger than the other boxes, so it just started from the base of the top line and it pushed down with the extra height. If you just say align self edge flex end, save it, so it just moved to the end of the container. And if you say like center, save it, it will go to the center. So just make it disable align self. So if you want, you can put the specific boxes in different places. You just need to say align self and need to specify where you want to see the box. Save it, so it goes back to the baseline. So now let's see it to the center. Save it. So when you bring all of the items on the center, how it will look like? The bigger box will be little bit up, little bit down than the other items, so they will align on the center. If you do like flex end, how it looks like, save it. So it will stay at the end, but it will push little bit up. The extra height will go up. And if you say flex start, save it, so it will start from the top of the container and it will push extra height to the bottom. And when you do a flex end, it will go at the end, but the extra one will go a little bit up. And when you put center, then it will stay on the center. The extra height will go a little bit above the other boxes and little bit down on the other boxes. So I think day by day it will be easy for you to do these things. So do some practice. For now, that's all, and stay with me for the next lesson. If you think these are helpful for you, remember to subscribe my channel. See you soon.